I guess we did an interesting video on Wild Rifts. They're back with a Vayne commentary guide. Now, I actually do have another Vayne commentary guide a long time ago, where it's the one where I did over 60k damage, and that was like the title of the video. But you know, that one's really long ago, so we haven't updated complete guide, or rather I should say it's not updated, but I just did the first ever complete guide for Vayne. Of course, as usual, I'll put that up in the cards if you guys want to check it out. But you know, today we have another follow-up video. Now, as I said in my previous video, I always do like at least a double video for most of the complete guides that I do. So normally I have one commentary and one complete guide releasing in the close vicinity to each other. Sometimes the complete guide comes first, sometimes the commentary guide comes first, but either way, you know, I generally want to have at least 2 gameplays to show that the pick does work. So, in this game, I actually picked the Vayne after I saw the enemy had a Galio, a Gragas, Katarina, and Lucian. Now, of course, Galio and Gragas are 2 relatively tanky characters, so Vayne is really good against the both of them. And Vayne actually, surprisingly, is relatively good against Katarina. And now there's really only one reason for that, which is that when Katarina ults, Vayne has a very easy cancel with her Condemn. So when she ults, all you do is just condemn her. It doesn't even have to be against the wall. The Condemn is CC that will actually interrupt her ultimate, and that can save your team. So that is sort of what I was going for here. And with the Lucian, of course, he is very short range, so that is very helpful for me in the lane, as you guys can see here. So he does have trouble, you know, just poking me out, and I can actually kind of harass both of them. Now, of course, Galio does have range on his Q, but aside from that, Galio doesn't actually really have too much range, and Lucian has about the same range as me. I believe it actually is the same range as me. So they do have trouble, you know, just getting onto me. Not really getting onto me. Galio can get onto me, but in general, the neutral game I can do generally better because I can tumble and auto check coming out. Here, Lucian makes the schoolboy error of standing right next to the wall when you're against the Vayne. So here, I'm going onto him. I barrier to survive. I do get ignited by the Galio. I flash out to prevent myself from taking minion aggro, and I actually managed to survive on 1 sliver of HP. Now, if I traded kills with Lucian there, honestly, it isn't the worst, because Vayne is a late game kind of character. Lucian is more early to mid game compared to Vayne at the minimum. So getting a kill onto Lucian, trading a kill with Lucian, I should say, is pretty worth it as well. Now, of course, in terms of summoner spells, basically only the 2 supports have their flash left. Everybody else has used everything already, so that's pretty much all that is left. Of course, because of that, we now recall and walk back over there, but the Nunu gets caught out, and you know, he dies for it. Here, I actually get caught out while walking back to the lane, but thankfully Nami's around to heal me up, and I condemn the Galio into the wall to survive. So all's good here. Galio is pretty low, but Lucian is full health, and he is level 5, so I don't really want to mess with them at the current moment, because you know, I'll just get destroyed by the 2 of them. So here we're just gonna take our CS under tower, at the same time letting Nami heal us up to a relatively healthy amount, truth be told. So here both of us are doing pretty fine. The Galio likely has backed. Actually, he has, because on the replay you can see that he's at full health, so he has actually backed. But on in the game itself, of course I wouldn't have known that, but it's just a guess that he probably would have backed. He is back in the lane, gets caught by the Nami bubble. I follow up with my Condemn into the wall. Here I actually changed targets to go for Lucian instead. Lucian tries to ult me, but you know, I managed to get the kill on him. Galio gets exhausted by the Nami, and here I actually prop my passive for the true damage and the kill on the Galio as well. So here, of course, I'm on 1 HP, so I do have to recall to get health, as well as pick up items. I can, of course, complete my Blade of the Rune King. I'm 2-0-1 at the moment, so it's a really good start to the game. Nunu is in the area, wants to get the Ocean Dragon, so we can probably rotate over for that. But regardless, if you guys notice the enemy team, there is a Galio, Gragas, Katarina, as well as a Teemo, which is why I actually rush WITS End as my second item. Now, I have also gone through this in the complete guide, and generally WITS End, if there is some AP on anything, can be your last item, but I did also say that if there is a very heavy AP comp, which this team is, you can actually go for that as your second item, which is exactly what I'm going to do over here. I will demonstrate real soon. Here I'm actually trying to kill the Katarina. I finally do actually get the kill onto her, but Unfortunately, he died a lot slower than I expected, so I actually do die for it, unfortunately. But my team, looks like they're doing fine. Here they're onto a 3v2. Gragas is actually going for full damage, so he isn't as tanky as he would have been. Very nice W and ult by the Nami for picking up a double kill for her. So of course, Darius actually just came over for the rotate, but the entire fight is over, so nothing much for him to do there. So yeah, we have picked up a Blade of the Rune King. We will be going towards our Wits End, but we will also pick up the Tenacity boots because of course the enemy team has a lot of CC with the Galio and the Gragas in particular, and of course they do have a lot of magic damage, as we can clearly see. So we get so much value from the Merc Treads, and we get so much value from the Wits End. Wits End is a tremendous item on Vayne. Of course, you get the attack speed, you get the magic resist, which is exactly what we want in this match. We get the on-hit magic damage as well as the healing. So really everything is just stats that just Vayne wants in general. So here, obviously, the dragon fight is going to continue. Gragas pulled over the wall, he gets condemned, he gets bubbled, he gets chase CC'd to death. Really nice pick by the Darius. Now this gives us a free dragon, of course, because Gragas is the jungler, he does have the smite, so this is a free dragon for us. Enemy team doesn't really even try to contest, which is definitely the better move for them. So here just gonna hit that over to the lane. Nice catch by the Nami. I'm not really in the range to condemn anybody to the wall, but I am in the range to just straight up kill the Galio. Now I have, of course, true damage, so I will actually melt Galio. That is the reason why Vayne is such a good pick into Galio, because she will melt the Galio, no issue at all. She'll melt any tank for that matter. The only real issue with picking Vayne into Galio is Galio's taunt range is pretty big and your attack range is pretty small, so you have a high chance of getting taunted, but honestly the armor shred works very well against Galio, so it is debatable how good Vayne is against Galio, to be fair. But I do enjoy picking Vayne into Galio myself. Here, picking up the Merc Treads, picking up the recurve bow as well. Of course, building towards the Wits End. Now, at this point, most people have hit their first item. Power Spike, Nunu, Darius, Orianna, myself, Nami all have our first items. My whole team has the first item. On the side of the enemy team, everybody has their first item except for Galio, who decided to redirect his item build towards getting some grievous wounds at the very beginning. Not a very bad move considering that I do have Blade of the Rune King as my first item, and I do have the Hunter rune as well, Hunter Vampirism, which does give me a lot of healing. Nami, gets a lot of healing. Nunu has a lot of healing. Darius has healing as well. So, pretty good choice to pick up the Oblivion Orb this early for the Galio. Here, the enemy team is getting caught out. Here, just gonna pretty much body block the Galio from escaping. Here, picking up the kill on the Galio. Teemo flashes away. I can't get a 3 hits onto a single target. I just get auto attacks onto a couple of separate people there. Teemo makes a mistake of trying to back there, and I make a mistake of being too aggressive and tanking the tower, so I die for it. Nami dies for it to the Katarina as well, and here Darius is going to play cleanup, dunking onto the Katarina. Of course, he does have his passive, dunking onto the Gragas. Unfortunately, the bleed is not enough to actually kill the Gragas, so that's pretty unfortunate for the Darius there. He did of course get his full stack, so unfortunately he didn't get anything more than what he did, but it is what it is. We're 5-2 and 3, not the worst but not the best. We have our Negatron cloak, so we're really close to the Wits End already, and when we hit the Wits End we have a major power spike, of course, just because of how much more tanky we are and how much more harder we will be to kill, and also the attack speed. Wits End is the highest attack speed item in the game, and on Vayne in particular that is really good. You can proc your passive really easily, so it is definitely an item that Vayne loves. But of course, unlike PC League, it's not a standard like second item on AD carries, so you will have to do it a little bit more selectively. Here's that nice double taunt by the Galio. Katarina goes onto us and we both die, unfortunately. Now here, what actually happened is I did actually spot the roam from the Katarina. I was telling Nami to back off, but Nami wanted to get off a little bit more poke, which unfortunately allowed Katarina to reach in time and engage onto us, so we both die, unfortunately. But it is what it is, so the game goes on. Here, Katarina is on a killing spree. Katarina is getting really scary. She's 6-3 and 3 at the moment. She has actually gone for a very strange DNV Torment first item, which of course has been nerfed, so definitely that's not the best item for Katarina. It'd probably either be Oblivion Orb or Hextech Gunblade, either or, but definitely Leandrine's Torment is definitely not her best item, but regardless, she goes for it. She's building towards her Death Cap as well. Lucian hitting his 2-item power spike as well. And here, I'm backing, even though there's a minion wave, just so I can get my Wits End ASAP, because the dragon is spawning, so I want to pick up the Wits End and rotate over to the dragon as fast as possible. Because you never know, you know, you need me at the dragon fight to just shred the Galio especially, and whoever else I can, you know, get my damage onto. Galio dies already, Katarina goes in, and here Katarina's just dead. She kills into everybody. I shove the Lucian away. Here I'm going for the Katarina first. Nunu picks up Katarina, gets the shutdown onto Katarina. Here I'm just going to chase for the Gragas. Darius picks him up. Here I'm going to go onto the Lucian, and I finally pick up a kill for myself onto the Lucian, and of course we get a free Mountain Dragon. The team is also pinging for the Baron, which is a relatively good idea considering the entire team just got destroyed, including the Teemo over here. So no issues there. We're gonna all just hit over to the Baron. Honestly, pretty obvious we're on the Baron. We just walked across the mid lane where there are minions. So any team that should actually know we're on the Baron, but no one even comes to check. I mean, there's only the Gala who's up really, so he really can't do anything about it. The entire enemy team has just respawned. We're gonna pick up the Baron before they even come, so there really isn't even anything to necessarily face check. There is just a very good job by cross-mapping the, not cross-mapping, but split pushing on the opposite side of the map to kind of distract them. The entire enemy team actually goes for him. Just look at it. The entire enemy team goes for him. Right there at the bottom together with the Rift Herald. Even if he dies there, like, we get the Baron, like, it is alright. Like, he does die, but it's fine. Nami actually goes to defend as well. Nami dies. Nunu goes to defend as well. Nunu dies. So really our team is just kind of screwing up here by going in one by one. Like really, what has happened here is that our team has put too much emphasis on clearing the Rift Herald. Like, honestly, we have Baron. Even if Rift Herald picks up that tower for them, it really doesn't matter. We have Baron buff. We can outpush them. We can probably trade 2 towers for that one. Like really, it's fine. But the entire team has just whiffed our Baron buff basically. We only me and Orianna have the Baron buff at this point in time, so really we have just wasted the Baron. But you know, this game is exciting for a reason. Like it is kind of a little bit back and forth. But at this point in time, look at the goal. Both teams have equal amounts of goal. Our team has 2 dragons, but their team has, you know, all not all rather. They have 2 towers. Our team has 2 towers as well. It's really very even. The only main advantage our team has is the 2 dragons over the none that they have. But other than that, you know, the game is very even. So here, for my next item after the Wits, and I'm actually going for the Solar Recharge Blade. After which, I'll go for the Phantom Dancer. So really, when you go for the substitute or not even substitute, move forward the Wits End into the build, you actually just go for the same build after that. Attack speed is a lot more important than attack damage on Vayne, because Vayne's main damage comes from her passive, not so much her actual AD. So I'm just going for attack speed before I get my Infinity Edge as my last item. Of course, with this build, I don't bother getting the Guardian Angel, just because only the Lucian is the only form of AD damage they have on their team, so I don't really care about him. Here I'm going to focus the Katarina first. She is the biggest threat. She's Zanya's. I'm going to move away from the Lucian ultimate, and I'm going to just kill her. I'm going to kill Gragas as well. As you can see, huge shutdown on the Gragas actually. I'm really low, but I do have the lifesteal from a lot of stuff, so I flash away just in case I die, which I definitely don't want. Here I realize I can actually turn, because they're all focusing onto the Orianna, so I actually turn and get another kill. Here we're actually a little bit greedy to chase for the Teemo, especially when there's a lot of shrooms in the area, so I don't really want to chase him just in case, you know, I step into a couple of shrooms and die. That's not really what I want. Of course. So here I'm just gonna pick up the minions, and yeah, I actually have like 3 forms of lifesteal at the moment. I have the Panther Vampirism, I have the Blade of the Rude King, and I also have the Wits End, especially it procs, of course, when I'm below 50% health, which obviously I was. So I have a huge ton of healing from that, so it's still relatively alright for me to go back in on that fight. So, of course, our team is now kind of building up a lead. Now we're 2k gold ahead of the enemy team, which is a pretty small amount, but you know, it is sort of that fight kind of swung the game in my team's favor, so that is really good. Of course, now Baron and Dragon are both spawning, so of course you can't just straight up take the Baron, so we're gonna actually just hover around the Dragon area, see what we can do. In the meantime, trying to get the mid lane priority. Enemy team can't just simply walk up to us. Katarina is spotted actually rolling down, but their team is kind of stuck alone. So here I'm gonna go onto the Gallo first, trying to kill the Gallo. He actually dies to my red buff. So here I'm shoving Katarina back towards my team and she dies. So here, of course, I'm gonna see if I can chase for any kills. Doesn't seem like it's gonna happen. Someone in the enemy team is actually TPing back into their lane. So here, I'm just gonna pick up the dragon here. I actually shoved the Gragas away, ward over the wall, and actually managed to barely kill him before he gets out of my range. So it shows how much damage Vayne actually does have. So yeah. Main goal there wasn't really to kill him, it was just prevent him from getting near the dragon, which we definitely did. Of course, death is the best form of CC, no one's gonna argue with that. So we do pick up the dragon, and we're gonna back. Now at this point we have a 5k goal lead over the enemy team. Here, those two fights are where we really start to turn the game into our favor. Without those two fights, technically the game is very, very even in terms of everything else. Here I've actually picked up Blade of the Rune King, Wits End, so I charged Blade and the Phantom Dancer. I got a lot of gold from those. Like the shutdown on dragons was huge. So yeah. So here, of course, I'm just gonna try to join my team. I don't want them to all get assassinated by the Katarina. Here, Nunu for some reason doesn't finish off the Style Crab, so I'm just gonna pick it up. Strange decision by the Nunu. Darius is pushing in the top lane, and I'm just gonna clear mid. Majority of my team want to reset. I of course did reset before my team, so all I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna pick up the minions. You know, why not? Just pick up the minions and wait for my whole team to get back on the map. Of course, Baron is an option for us as well, just because of how we actually catch up the Gragas. I half health the Gragas with just 3 auto attacks, so that's how strong I am at the moment. Here I'm just gonna pick up the plan for the gold and the health, back to full health. So we definitely are having the upper hand against the enemy team at the moment, make no mistake. And we're just going to shove mid, make sure we have pressure at all times. Bot lane is kind of pushed in, so I actually want to go there to pick up the minions there, but Darius obviously wants it to go there as well, so we'll just let Darius, you know, clear out the minion wave. We'll just let Nunu clear out the minion wave there as well, and in the meantime we'll just continue pushing in mid. Of course, the next objective we want to look at is of course the Baron. Now, I actually don't see the entire enemy team on the map at this point, so I'm actually just checking Baron just in case they're trying to sneak a Baron on us, but obviously that was not the case. That would be a very bold move for the enemy team, but it doesn't happen at all. So here, Nunu actually has gone mid, so I'm actually going to go top to just pick up the minions over there. Of course, I want to be around if there's any kind of a team fight happening. Here, actually, Nunu made a very stupid decision. Now here, what has happened, Gragas is spotted bot, so we can actually just pick up the Barons. Now, me and Nami actually decided to start up the Baron, but we soon realized that I don't do nearly enough damage to burst the Baron. I'm like getting chunked by the Baron like down to half health, so it really isn't going to work out. What Nunu should have done is he should have just snowballed his way to the Baron. He should be attacking the Baron, and the 3 of us can easily pick up the Baron, even if like whoever that like Darius dies, even if Darius dies, like which he did die anyway, we pick up a free Baron. So here, Teemo out of position, boom, he's stuck on the wall. A couple auto attacks later, he's gone. So yeah, Vayne at this point can pretty much like kill anybody in roughly like 6 auto attacks at this point. So I'm really strong at the moment. I got the extra attack speed from Nunu as well. So Nunu actually tanked tower deck. Here I stunned Katarina into the tower. Nice CC by the Nunu. Katarina has to actually stasis to keep herself alive, but instead Galio's life is traded for hers. I'm trying to actually get some kind of kill here. Very nice Nami bubble, and you know, I pick up both of them. I have altered lots of attack speed, so triple kill for me, and that is game. So shows how we can adapt the Vayne build and build the WITS End into a very heavy AP team. So really nice supplemental video to our guide. So as usual, I'll leave you guys with the stats. So thank you guys so much for watching the video, and goodbye.